Hi everybody, welcome to All Games New and Old. I am David Rodriguez, and today I'm going to be unboxing Firefly Misbehavin. I've been excited about this one since I saw that it was announced, and that is despite the fact that I have not heard almost anything about it at all. I know it's a deck building game, and that's really about it, but it's a Firefly deck building game, so that's exciting to me. I know they did a legendary Firefly, but apparently the art on that was legendarily horrific. So I never end up getting that one, unfortunately, but this is going to be different. So hopefully it's very pretty. I tried even looking at the pictures on the Gale Force website, and it was very small. So hopefully that's not for a reason. We'll find out. Let me turn this over, and I will tell you what it says. It says, "Someone ever tries to kill you, you try to kill him right back. In Firefly Misbehavin, players get to control different factions of the Firefly verse, from the criminal enterprises of Badger or Niska to the self-righteous Alliance and even Serenity as Mal attempts to find a crew and keep flying. This deck-building card game gives each player a unique starting deck of cards and access to characters, items, and locations in the core, border, and rim. Compete to control your own corner of the verse or play through different episodes with a wide variety of objectives." Sounds interesting. So, I believe these are the factions over here. So you have Serenity, try to see past what she is and on to what she can be, freedom. Eaves down, build roots in the community and show those scavengers you're better than them. Alliance, a lot of low-life vultures out there in the black, good thing the Alliance is on hand. And Niska, gain a solid reputation through fear, intimidation, and the writings of Shan Yu. Alright, so we're going to crack this sucker open. Oh, there is a QR code here to learn how to play, so I'm guessing that's going to take me to a video. I'm not sure, but we're not worrying about that right now. We're just going to get into this box and take a look at what we have here. I'm curious how the different groups are in terms of their starting deck. I don't know. Ooh, there we go. I was almost going to give up and go to the Exacto for this, but I got it. Yeah, it doesn't tell you quite how different they are on the back here, but we'll see. So I'm just looking at plays in 60 minutes, 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up. It looks like it has 200 cards, so that's a good number. It's not a massive number, actually, I don't think, for a deck building game. I could be wrong, but I feel like a legendary expansion like one of the small ones is about 100 cards, so I could be wrong about that, but that is what I think. All right, the lid is coming off. So Firefly came out quite a few years ago. I don't remember how long it's actually been out by this point, but you know, it was a really great kind of a Western sci-fi show. It only lasted one season, not even a particularly long season, partially because the Fox network really botched it hard. You know, they played the episodes out of order. They kept switching the time it was on. You know, for a show that is very well loved by so many people, it really was never given the proper chance to succeed, which is such a bummer. Like that's the bummer about it. If it was given every chance and it, you know, didn't last past the season, it's like, okay, well, you know, it is what it is. But this is a real bummer that it was like that. But so I got an ad for Firefly the game, which I have, and also Firefly Adventures, which I have. I haven't played Adventures yet, though, but I want to check that out because it looks really fascinating. So here's our rule book, and let's take a peek at how many pages this is. So it goes to 27 pages. All this is like Q&A back here and game terms, strategy tips, and it looks like it even strategy based on the different factions, which is pretty cool. So a variant, which is episodes, variant reavers. Okay, there's all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, really, the rules are probably like around the 20-page mark or so. I'm guessing. I'm kind of just, you know, eyeballing it and trying to figure it out. So that may or may not be fully accurate. Don't get mad at me if I'm wrong. So it looks like, if you can see here, and we'll take a look at the cards more. It's like screen grabs from the show, which is just fine. I don't always like that, but if it's that or terrible art that it apparently had in the legendary one, I will take the screen grabs any day of the week. You know, I think a lot of fans, myself included, have sometimes felt like, oh man, I sure hope they bring this back. I sure hope they bring it back. And I would absolutely watch it if they did, but you know, it's been a long time, and these actors and actresses have gone on to other things. You know, they're much older now, so it would almost have to take place in like a future time, which is fine, but there's a lot. So here's our quick start guide. This is actually still feels pretty thick, honestly, for a quick start. So I'm just going to take a peek at how, I think it's just going to use word bubbles with her to talk about what she's going. I was trying to scan to see if it looks like she's, like they're trying to write it in character at all. It kind of looks like it's pretty straightforward text, but I could be wrong. Okay, so it looks like it's walking you through turns, specifically even. So I almost wonder if this is almost more like one big example, or if you're supposed to take the same choices that they do. I'm not sure, but it looks like it incorporates all the different factions in this. So I'm guessing maybe this would be a good thing to follow if you're playing 4 players, but maybe not at 2. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I'm trying to take it in as I look, but obviously that's not maybe the best way to try to get really in depth of the game. So we have, let's see, we got the core deck, border deck, rim deck, and then there's this display area. So we have assets, command area with characters. So these, I think these might be all tied to different players. So that's what it looks like. Okay, now we got a whole bunch of tokens, as you might expect. I feel fairly confident that these are money, little money tokens. I kind of like that it, you know, it's designed like paper money, but obviously it's cardboard token, which is cool. Ooh, I'm already losing some. Various other tokens here. No idea what they do just yet. So I'm gonna put these aside. They're kind of falling out, so I'm gonna try to drop a couple of these just down in here. We have this board, supply board, has shiny, the black, deal, fight, maneuver, and then deal, fight, maneuver. So we'll see. Okay, we got a bag of baggies, or actually not a bag of baggies, just a bunch of loose baggies. This looks like probably where we're supposed to put the cards once we get them all sorted, I'm guessing, maybe. Let's look at some of these cards, though. This is obviously the big thing in any deck building game is the cards. We're not going to know what the rules are or what they mean just yet, but that's okay. We can take a peek anyway. Yeah, I feel like I know the Firefly the board game is still really pretty popular, and I think, you know, the thing with it is that when you take here, let me zoom in a little bit here. When you take a show like Firefly that people just love, I think people have the desire to get in and kind of live in that universe a little more, you know, and I think games like this, like any of them really, give you the potential to do that. So I'm wondering if these shield things up here are like a purchase cost for these cards. I mean, there's almost always going to be a purchase cost in games. There's also some stuff down here, though, so that might be, if I were to guess, and I'm just guessing based on having played a lot of other deck builders, but I could be wrong, this is going to be something that it generates for you, and that'll be the cost to buy it. I'm not sure what the purple one is. And I could be 100% wrong, so you know, don't use that to learn how to play the game by any stretch. That will not help you. So it's got a lot of the characters from the show, as you can tell. You know, some of the ones that are even not necessarily major characters are in here, which is fantastic. I've been meaning to go back and watch this again. I was hoping to actually watch it before I did this unboxing, but you know, it's hard to watch a whole series. It's hard to watch almost anything for me because my time is very short. But I'm liking the stuff I'm seeing. I like seeing these familiar characters again. And I'm really hoping that this game... Oh, Reavers, man. Scary stuff. I'm really hoping that this game is a good one. Sometimes there are licensed games, of course, that are not so great. Even in deck building, which is a mechanic that I really like. I definitely have some that didn't quite hit the way I'd hoped. And I really, really hope that isn't the case here. You know, I want to love this Firefly game. I like Firefly the board game a lot. But the problem with it is that it is a very long game. Like I think we played the shortest, or what is supposed to be the shortest mission. And it's actually a mission that you had to go to their website and sort of download the details to, because the one that they tell you to start with out of the box is not actually a great starting mission. But we did that, and it was still like, I don't remember, it's been a while, but it was still at least a few hours of game time. And that was at 2-player. So you can imagine what it'd be like for more. Okay, we've got double cross. So a lot of these are kind of duplicate cards, which, you know, that happens. I don't know if they're, you know, something for starting decks or just like something that they just want you to have a lot of in the game. Could be. I like that he's playing with the dinosaurs. I always loved that he had dinosaurs. So, I'm curious, for those of you who have watched Firefly, do you have a favorite episode or favorite character? I would love to hear all about it. I have trouble picking a favorite character. I feel like each member of that cast brings so much to that show, and they're all such unique and sometimes odd individuals. But, wow, I don't know. It is so tough. I will tell you, one of my favorite episodes is the one where there's that whole town that's in love with Jane, and they're like singing songs about him, and that's hilarious to me because, you know, Jane's a psychopath. But I do like that episode a lot. So these look like the specific starting decks for the different characters here, which is cool. I mean, it's hard not to want to play as Mal first, but I think it'd also be interesting to play Niska and be like the real bad guys. Okay, so I mean, the cards all look intriguing. I mean, it's got all kinds of stuff on there. I don't know yet what the rules mean, but, you know, as you might expect, the components are almost all just cards at this point, and tokens. So I would have been surprised if there was a lot of other stuff in here. So pretty cool looking, I think. It looks like nice quality stuff. And so all it comes down to is finding out if the game itself is any good. And I really, really hope it is. Let me zoom this back out here a little bit. I hope that it can somehow give you that feel of being in this universe, you know, beyond just having that, you know, the pictures and all that taped on there, which is, you know, is fine enough as long as the game's good. But you know, like Firefly the game, that's a much more involved game, but you feel like you're out there doing things that like you saw in the show, and it's fantastic. Again, long game, but really good. And I hope this will be shorter and still have some of that feeling of the original show. I would be so thrilled with that. But we'll see. Anyway, that is Firefly Misbehavin. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit like and subscribe and click the little bell icon so you can know about the next time I put out a video. Otherwise, I look forward to see you all around the table again at All Games New and Old. Bye. If you enjoyed that video, you might also like this one.
Or this one.
If you like any of our videos, what you should do is click this little button to subscribe so you'll know about the next time we put out a video.
We'll see you around the table.
Bye.
Bye.